How's everybody doing? Share so we can start. Share, please share. Share so we can start. We have the Green Valley Church from the United States of America right here at the shelter of Agape with Pastor Alberto. This is extremely important information for you guys to get. Share so we can start. Please share, people. Green Valley Church right here in the shelter Agape, as they are helping build certain parts of the shelter to get better. These are people from the United States of America. So let's share, people. Let's share. Let's share so I can start. Give me 100 so I can start. Give me 100. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. We are about to have an interview with the pastor of Green Valley Church from the United States of America, as they are here to help the shelter Agape. This is really important information for you guys. Share, people, share. Come on. Let's go. Let's have an interview with this young gentleman. How you doing? This is the pastor from Green Valley Church, as we're going to have an interview. I don't know if you want to go a little bit in the shadow so we won't be on the sun. Yes? We'll make a little bit of noise. I think the here is great.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Can you present yourself to the Mexican and American public?
Sure.
And what is your purpose over here in the pastor with the shelter Agape with Pastor Alberto?
My name is Jim Bonds, and I'm the lead pastor of a church from Placerville, California called Green Valley. And we're partnering with a Mexican church here called Agape Church, who've invited us to come down and be a part of helping with the immigration challenge that they're facing. They got about 100 plus immigrants that have come over, and sanitation, food, and housing has become an issue. So we have a partnership with them. So they invited us to come and help build showers, bathrooms, and spaces, and even bring some food and do some feeding alongside of them to help alleviate the need among those who have migrated right here to the border. So that's what we've come to do.
Is this the first time that you guys have done this and helped shelters over here in Tijuana?
Only with regard to the immigration problem at the border. We've done lots of stuff all over the country, but this problem at the border has drawn us here through our partners who have really cried out saying, we have thousands upon thousands of people coming in and we need help. And so this is our first time up at Tijuana at the border for this particular problem.
The homeless situation in America is a horrible situation. Tent city, and homeless of America, homeless veterans, and more than 500,000 homeless people over there in America. Is the church helping also, homeless in the United States?
Absolutely. We see it in a lot of places, but especially in Placerville, California, our church, Green Valley, has partnered with a lot of other churches to provide overnight shelters, to provide food and clothing and hot meals on Saturday morning. So there's a lot being done among churches to alleviate the homeless problem. Our governments aren't doing a lot at all, but the churches are definitely bonding together, making really great progress and doing excellent work together.
And what is your opinion on this influx of migrants? It is a vast influx of migrants that is coming in from the south, and also, as we were talking, the trafficking of children. That is more than 30,000 children that they have been trafficked to the country of Mexico, and the Mexican government basically they need to upgrade the security.
Well, anybody who has a heart for God has to recognize that God has a heart for the migrant. He told his own people, Israel, that they would be judged based on how they treated the foreigner who lives among them. So we feel very strongly that people who migrate aren't bad people. These are good people who are being moved about for all kinds of reasons. And a lot of times those reasons will thrust them into unsafe environments. And that's what we're seeing all through Latin America. Just people being put into positions where there's suffering and there isn't food. There's, exploitation occurring. So those things are obviously unacceptable. We don't know when the governments will step in and do their part, but we know that churches can band together and definitely do their part to help alleviate the suffering.
So basically today, what are you guys doing over here? I'm seeing really advanced construction right here.
What we are doing is we are turning this open space into 2 showers and 2 toilets, so we're providing sanitation here. We're also helping to do another shower, or toilet over there. Over on the end of there's another shower or toilet rather that we're doing. And then inside of this space where the man in the blue is housing bottom and top. The bottom is the men only. In the back there's a bathroom and a shower that doesn't work. So we're fixing it, and we're going to return 2 toilets and 1 shower back to its function. So we're fixing showers, fixing bathrooms so that sanitation would be less.
And I see a vast amount of people that you brought the whole church over here. I see children. I see women. I see young kids. There is not only just coming and helping. It's coming and having a good time with the immigrants.
Yeah, so we're painting things, fixing things, but we're also hanging out with the children. We're getting to know their names. We're hugging them. We're giving them food. We're trying to treat them like people who have dignity and value. So we play with the kids. We get to know the parents and their names. We hear their stories. We pray with them. So we recognize it's a holistic problem. So we have brought young people, older people, all kinds of people from our church family to come and be a part of providing a holistic solution to the best that we can to the need that we're invited into.
The funds that they're coming in are coming in from donations from people to your church?
Yes, so our church, particularly Green Valley Community Church, raised the funds to come down here. We come down here every single year. We spend 2 weeks in the month of Mexico, and those teams always do come to Tijuana for the border, but this is the first time we've been drawn into the immigration issue because the last few times it wasn't as big a thing. So now we've raised the funds, we brought the teams down like normal, but we brought those energies and those resources to the border to help with this crisis here.
Well, thank you so much. Where they can find you if they want information about Green Valley Church?
You can find us at greenvalley.church on the internet, and you can find anything about us there. You can see our outreach efforts both locally and globally. And if you'd love to dialogue about how to alleviate the homeless problem in your own city, you could go to greenvalley.church and you could just email us through our contact link there. We would love to help you just maybe learn some of the things that we're doing to alleviate homelessness in our own community.
Thank you so much, sir. You have been really nice. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So we're seeing right here, people, that was the pastor for Green Valley Church. As he was explaining, we see all these people from the United States of America that they came over here as they are helping the shelter Agape to build a couple more bathrooms. And my number one question is the Green Valley Church has helped the homeless of the United States and also the homeless veterans in the United States? That was a really important question. Why? Because we need to know if Green Valley Church is helping, America. So he said yes, they have helped. Also, I got the information for you guys to Google them and for you guys to find out information about Green Valley Church, if it is a reality, if they are, helping their own people, America. And also, you can see a bunch of construction right here, and you can see that there are, they're Americans painting little immigrant kids' nails. They're having they're trying to make them trying to have fun with them. Right here, you have a whole construction, a whole construction site right here. They have the whole painting thing right here. This is Green Valley Church, everybody. Let us walk a little bit over here. How you guys doing? Let's get it right here. Nice view on how they're working. So this is a 2-shower right here that they are building right now. You see the pastor over here on my left. Do the immigrants just help and work? Well, you have a lot of help right here, and there's a lot of hands that they're bringing. But you can see one of them right here is helping. You can see a little kid right here hammering. He wants to help. So this is Green Valley Church. There's equipment right here. There's more equipment right here, as you can see. And they're going to build more bathrooms right here. It's really important for you guys to know what's going on in every shelter regarding how they're getting their help and funds from organizations from America. So right here we see Green Valley Church. That is one of them. Green Valley Church is basically they came over here to build a couple of bathrooms and also to build some other stuff. There's a lot of women and they're having they're trying to have a family time with the immigrant kids. So this is what is happening over here at the shelter Agape. Let me talk to the pastor for a little while so you guys can get really important information. Pastor, real fast, close 5 minutes right here for information for everybody in the United States. Green Valley Church helping you right now with apparently two bathrooms. And what else?
They're helping us with two restrooms. We have a kitchen that we did not finish yet, and they're going to finish the kitchen. Plus, we're going to do a second floor. We're going to do a second floor that we need upstairs. So basically, they're helping us out building down.
So they're going to be here for not just one day. They're going to be here for the rest of the week.
Yeah, they're going to be one entire week. And during the week, by the end of the week, I think they should finish that second floor.
And the kitchen.
The kitchen and also the restrooms that we really need.
You told me that you received last night 30 migrants. The majority of them that they didn't want to stay right here in Mexico. They want to go back to their country.
Yeah, 95% are going back to their country. We had the minors with some of their kids were crying and everything, and basically begging their dad that they want to go back to their country and everything. For the kids was a little bit hard in the detention center where they're at. So some of them, they already bought a ticket so that they could go by bus. Some of them are asking family members and everything if they could send them some money to be sent back. A reporter just came back and talked to me and said that the Guatemalan consulate said if there's some Guatemalans that need to be deported back and everything, that they're actually paying for their bus fare to send them back. So we're going to go down to the Guatemalan consulate. Said that we have some Guatemalans that they want to go back to their country.
Okay, and you also told me that you received two people from Africa.
Yeah, we received two that are from Kamalu. They're doing pretty well. They have numbers. Right now, what happened yesterday is that the laws are changing. Right now, there's the National Guard and then there's immigration. So the National Guard works together with immigration, and they are the ones that are enforcing Mexican immigration law. But there's a group that they call Grupo Beta and the other group of immigration that they give them grace period. So basically there's a group that gives grace period, and then there's a group that are reinforcing Mexican law. So yes, the agreement was this, that as if they have legal status here, humanitarian, let's say if they give them for 20 days or 30 days or 60 days, if they have a number and they're in the back of the line and waiting to apply for political asylum in the United States and their permit in Mexico expires, There's a group from Grupo Beta and a group from immigration here that promised them that they were not going to bother them if their permit legal status in Mexico expires, as long as they have proof that they have a number, that they were in the back of the line, that they would not deport them back to their country, or they would not have no problems with immigration here in Mexico. But yesterday, the National Guard, together with Mexican immigration, stopped about 6 people from Africa, and their permit was expired. Was expired not too long ago, and I went over there to pick them up to bring them to the shelter, and I talked to the National Guard, and they said, well, their permit is expired. We're enforcing the law and everything, and I'm taking them in. If we release them, they will give you a call and everything. So I told them, well, the agreement was this, that with Grupo Beta and also with immigration, it's expired, that they were going to give them grace period. They said, wait a minute, immigration is one thing, the group of immigration is one thing, the other group of Beta, it's another thing. And basically, like, the National Guard is almost like ICE, that they reinforce the law. So basically that's what's happening now. So right now what we're saying, okay, if somebody's permit is expired and you're in the back of the line, it takes 6 months or 5 months for you to get to court to the United States. Mexico should extend their visa status or something, or honor the agreement that they did before, but they have to get together with ICE and make an agreement. What they're going to do is not actually ICE, it's
It looks like
Mexican National Guard.
okay. Pastor, do you have one of the immigrants that wants to go back home that just came in here that I can talk to by any chance?
Yeah.
So can you go? Can I get him, and then can I get a? I will walk around and you can tell me.
Perfect.
Okay. So this is basically Green Valley Church, as you were just listening to the pastor. He just got 30 immigrants that they just got deported from the United States. They're right here at the Agape shelter. 2 of them were from Cameroon, from Africa, and we're about to talk to a couple of immigrants that they don't want to be they don't want to follow the American dream anymore. They want to go back to their countries. The children are crying. The children want to go back to their countries. They don't want to stay here in Mexico, and they don't want to stay here and follow the dream of going to the United States. Hello. Hello. So this is Green Valley Church, everyone. They're helping to build right here for immigrants 2 bathrooms. Well, specifically Shelter Agape. They're helping them. And as we are awaiting, a couple, let's wait for the interview to see if we can get in, a couple minutes with some immigrants that they just got deported from the United States. This is what Green Valley Church is doing right now. Why don't they follow the American dream anymore? It's apparently for them, it's too difficult, and it's too... Okay. And the waiting time with ICE, apparently, it waters down. It's people, we need to know that the United States of America is not in the United Nations Pact. You have to know that the United States of America is not accepting asylum seekers right now. They have too many people. They have a humongous problem of poverty with the homeless veterans and with the homeless people living on tent cities. For God's sake, now that you have a place that is called Tent City, that is a problem that it needs to be corrected immediately. So these, the influx of migrants, they need to be educated that the United States is not in the United Nations Pact, and they need to migrate to 153 more countries. One of them is Mexico. That makes it 154. But other than that, I think we get a couple here, an interview right here. Okay. Okay. Mucho gusto. ¿De dónde es, señor?
hondureño.
Hondureño. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te llamas? Ok, voy a preguntarte en español y lo traduzco en inglés, ¿ok?
Está bien.
Ok, ¿cómo te fue con tu proceso de asilo político en Estados Unidos y cuánto tiempo estuviste en Nayelera? How was your process of
4 días.
Political asylum in the United States? How was your process and how much time you spent in ICE? Adelante.
4 días y 4 días que fueron de mucha angustia ahí encerrado.
¿De mucha angustia y qué?
Mucha angustia de estar encerrados porque no nos daban comida, nos daban unos burritos que además de todo nos comíamos para no enfermarlos porque no teníamos otra opción. La agua era una agua potable que a mi hija le hizo daño, le molestó la garganta y también le produjo dolor. Entonces no fue mal.
He's saying that it was really bad, that it was 4 days of suffering, that it was 4 days without eating food, that they're not feeding them, they were giving them for burritos, and they was just drinking water out of the water was not potable water, so that was the reason why her child got sick. Pregunta. Tú sabes que es sumamente difícil migrar a los Estados Unidos.
Sí.
Tú sabes que es básicamente imposible migrar a los Estados Unidos y están dando el 3% solamente de posibilidades de asilo político. ¿Por qué pasar por todo este sufrimiento si sabes que va a estar muy difícil llegar allá? Espérame. You know that it's really difficult to migrate to the United States. You know you only got 3% chance of migrating to the United States. So why you come all the way over here and try to migrate? Adelante.
Nosotros a veces arriesgamos tal vez de venir a sufrir porque nosotros queremos un futuro mejor para nuestros hijos, darles un estudio, que ellos tengan medicina, bueno, que tengan económicamente, ellos vivan bien, que no pasen lo que nosotros hemos pasado, porque un tiempo atrás la gente estaba pasando para allá, les estaban dando la oportunidad. Y ahora no sé qué pasó, ya con nosotros ya no se pudo, entonces nosotros ahorita lo que estamos haciendo es que nos vamos a regresar para nuestro país.
Entonces la opción para ti ya es básicamente regresarte a Honduras.
Regresar.
Ya no quiere seguir con el sueño americano. He's saying that basically, he has been suffering on this for days. He's not going to put her child to suffer anymore, and he wants to return to Honduras. He doesn't want to go and follow the American dream. ¿Cuánta gente deportaron contigo? How many people they deported with you?
Traemos aquí, llegamos 15, 13, como 30 personas con nosotros.
Almost 30 people. ¿Tú sabes un poquito de lo que está pasando con el tráfico de niños que están trayendo desde allá, desde el sur y pasándose acá? ¿Te tocó ver algo así? Do you know about a little bit of the trafficking of children that has been happening in the south of Mexico?
Pues lo que yo vi realmente, que vieron mis ojos, solo fue lo que la niña sufrió adentro, donde los encarcelaron porque nos trataron muy, muy mal. Eso fue lo que yo vi.
The only thing that I saw was the bad treatment that we received by the ICE officers. Okay, muchísimas gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Mucho gusto, mija. Mucho gusto. Well, to give answers, this is the thing that I don't like. Thank you so much. This is the thing that I don't like, you guys. You asked him, he's complaining about food, and he's complaining about the journey, and ultimately he's going to complain about the 4-day holdup. But this is the thing that I don't like. I asked him, if you know that the United States of America is not giving political asylum, and if you know there's only 3% chance, a possibility of getting the political asylum, why do you come? And why you risk your child's life? And why you make this suffering? It is illogical. It is a thing that is so illogical right now. It is a thing that is, I don't find the reason for that. You know that there's going to be 0 chance of possibilities of getting the political asylum. You know that it's going to be just 3% possibilities of possibly going to court. You know that there's going to be suffering for your child, for your daughter. You know that you're going to suffer for food. You come to a country of Mexico unprepared. You don't read what is your whole purpose on migrating. You don't read why you're migrating and why is this influx of migrants happening. You get to the border of Tijuana. You cross illegally to the United States, plea in asylum. You get to the court date, and what do you think is going to happen? They're going to deny the asylum. So my question for him is really simple. If he's complaining about burritos and he's complaining about the 4-day holdup, there's more than 500,000 homeless people in the United States that they don't have for one burrito. They don't have even water to drink. So my question is, if you already know that, why are you migrating? This is the thing, people. This is the whole thing. They're lying to them. All these organizations and all these things that they are putting on banners, announcements on social media in Honduras and Guatemala and El Salvador, telling them that it's okay to migrate, that the United States is going to pay for all the medical care and all the welfare and food and housing. It's a lie. They get here and then they go back with the horrible perception of our neighbor that has been greatly to us, that is the United States. So why are they... I look at it as a strategy to make the president of the United States look bad. I really look at it as a strategy to make the president of the United States look bad. Why? Because these migrants go back and they think that the president of the United States was the one that said, you're not allowed in. And it's not that. It's immigration law. And even immigration law in the United States is the most weakest immigration. So imagine if they was more open, if it was more flexible. That is the main problem right here, people. That they're making them think that it's okay to do this. And it's not. It's not. Stop, you organizations, activists, Democrats, leftists, socialists. Stop saying to all these people that the United States is opening their doors. They are not. It is not happening. The United States and Mexico is never going to be a socialist country. Stop trying to convert two countries to socialism. Really, it is amazing how they take their perception back and they come to Tijuana, they come to Mexico, and they're like, oh, you know what? No, they're not supporting us. And they're like, who has the obligation to support you, man? I'm trying to support my own family. I'm trying to help the poor people in Mexico, and now we have an obligation to support you out of the nowhere. Who told you that it's okay? Who told you that we have resources to help? Who told you that in California there's an overpopulation of irregular migrants and there's 10 cities, and then in San Francisco there's a horrible addiction problem on the streets, and then they have a horrible homeless situation in Boston and in Portland and in New York? That is the problem, people. Who told you that we are okay as Mexico? We have 5 cities on the top 10 for violence and delinquency. That we have a huge problem right now with women homicides and kidnappings over here in Tijuana. That we have 1.6 million children that they are abandoned in our country, and we have more than 9 million minors that they don't have resources for education. Who told you that Mexico has all the resources? It is unbelievable, people. It is incredible. And now, after all that I just told you, I interview an immigrant and he tells me it was really bad. 4 days of suffering. They gave us a burrito and water. Only that. and I'm going back home. Unbelievable, people. Unbelievable. Let me change the camera to finish the feed. How you doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. We're live at the shelter Agape as we encounter ourselves today with a church from the United States that they're helping to build a couple of bathrooms right there. And also we talked to an immigrant, a regular migrant that it was just deported from the United States, and his experience in the ICE offices and the ICE detention center over there in San Diego, California. We will be live later on tonight at the Super Chat on YouTube. Can you interview another one, Oscar? They're eating right now, so I don't want to go and interrupt. They're having, I think they're having a brunch or something like that. I don't know if it is brunch. Or they're having a meal. I don't know what they're doing. They're in the kitchen, so you know, I don't want to interrupt that. I will come later on and you know, interview another one. Also, I want to interview the person from Cameroon. I want to interview that also, so we can get information for that. It was nice talking to you guys. Stay safe. We will see each other later on Super Chat today and YouTube. We will do a segment about the 107,000 that there are speculated to be deported Mexicans from the United States. Wow, that is a gigantic amount. I don't know how the Mexican government is going to be able to handle that if they're not even handling 30 people right here that they just reported, and they need help from churches from the United States to build a couple more bathrooms. Imagine 107,000. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, people, it was really nice talking to you guys. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Stay safe and always remember peace and love. And always, your country is first.